welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back today. I so appreciate it. Super quickly, first off, I want to say I'm really sorry for the background noise. There's like a literal entire construction site next to my house at the moment, and they're like laying concrete and it's like a whole situation, so I'm really sorry if it's too loud. There's just not a whole lot I can do about it. There just isn't. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, today's video is, I'm not really feeling super crazily inspired at the moment to do anything outrageous. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you'd be interested in seeing an updated everyday makeup tutorial, because it has changed quite a bit, and you guys seemed interested, so I said okay cool, let's do it. And I also asked if you guys would be wanting me to answer a few questions, so I asked you guys on Instagram and Twitter just to ask me a few questions. So that's what today's video is going to be. It's going to be an updated everyday makeup tutorial with a few little Q&A questions thrown on in. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to get started, get everything together, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Bye. Okay, so to begin with, I've been using this stuff kind of as primer and just to like prep my skin, because it's super dry here at the moment. It's the middle of winter, so my skin is very dry, which isn't fun when you're putting on makeup. So this is the Go-To Skincare Exceptional Oil. It's like a face and body oil. So I've been using this just a little bit. Rub it in. It's winter here, so this keeps like going hard and freezing. So it's super annoying. But I'm like rubbing that into my face. It smells fucking incredible. Like truly, I can't even explain to you how good it smells. It smells like fresh flowers. I would usually use a primer, and I would generally suggest using a primer. If you don't use primer, then I don't know what the hell you're doing. But right now particularly, I just needed something a little bit more like hydrating on my skin, because it gets super dry, and like my makeup keeps like going all like cracking and stuff, which isn't fun. So anyway, that's that first step. The second step is foundation. So I use the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. I use Y360 and Y270. Just like to mix the few together, just for like perfect color. So just putting them on the back of Beauty Blender. Oh my god, I'm running out. I'm actually so sad about that. And I just obviously blend that in. I really don't go too hard with the foundation at all, because I don't really feel like I need it, and the last thing I want to do is like be wearing a lot of makeup just day to day. I totally forgot about our questions. Okay, let's see what we got here. I really should have organized this a little bit better. Okay, so first question is from, oh god, you know what? I'm not gonna say names because these names are just like, I can't sometimes. So what's been the most rewarding experience working as a makeup artist? Well, I can't believe I haven't actually really even talked about this. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know what's up. Really quickly, I'm just gonna do a bit of concealer. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Remedy Concealer Pen in 2 Wake Up Call. So yeah, I've talked about this on Instagram. This has all happened very quickly, but basically you guys may have noticed that I wasn't here over this past month, and that is because I have been in Atlanta, Georgia, filming a TV show. Like, this is like such a casual way to tell you guys what I've been doing. But yeah, pretty much this past month I have been in Atlanta filming a TV show. The TV show is called American Beauty Star. It's on its 2nd season, so I'm a contestant in the 2nd season. And yeah, that has, to answer your question, that was absolutely, without a doubt, the most rewarding experience I've had as a makeup artist. It was absolutely fucking insane. It was wild. Like, this all happened throughout the month of August, so it's September now, and like middle of July, I got an email from like the casting people being like, hey, you know, we're casting for the 2nd season. Would you be interested in auditioning? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I auditioned and I got on, which was just the first thing that was just so wild. I was not expecting that at all. And then I got there and it was just like, it was just like nothing I had ever experienced in my entire life. Nothing that I expected it to be. It was so much fun. It was so stressful. It was so exhausting. But like, it was weird. Like I'm not, I'm obviously completely self-taught. Like I've never been to school for makeup or hair. I've never had any classes, nothing like that. Like everything I'm doing is like completely self-taught and just like trial and error. And so to be there with like all these people who are like professionals and like working makeup artists and know exactly what they're doing, and this, it was like super, it was very overwhelming and very stressful, but I learned what seemed like 20 years experience in a month. It was so crazy. So that was definitely the most rewarding experience for sure. It airs on January the 3rd on Lifetime, so please make sure to watch it. Don't worry, I'm going to be talking about it a lot more before it all happens. So we've still got a little ways to go, but I can't even explain to you guys how fucking insane it was. It was so crazy. It was so much fun. It was wild. So yeah, to answer your question, that was it. All right, so for powder, I'm using the Marc Jacobs, I don't even know, Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Powder. It's like this super, super fine powder. I literally just do it underneath my eyes, the tiniest bit. A little bit on top, just like the T-zone, really. Okay, second question, favorite fashion era? God, I don't know. Probably like the 70s. We love some 70s, but also like I love what's going on right now. Like it's like a mix and match of kind of everything. I'm digging fashion at the moment. It's like it's in a good vibe. The question: how'd you get into artistic extravagant makeup? I got into that kind of makeup. I never was doing anything else, so that's kind of where I started. Obviously through drag is where I started. So it kind of just all like escalated from there. But my approach to makeup isn't anything other than artistic. That's the only reason I do it, is because it's art to me. So that's just how it goes, really. Another question, will you do any more videos doing tutorials of the Rue Girls? Let's be honest here, probably not. And I'm really sorry, because I know that you guys, like, a huge part of my following is because of all those videos that I did. And I loved them, they were really a lot of fun, but I'm not really like into the show as much anymore. It's kind of gotten a little bit like, a little bit ugly, unfortunately. So I can't see myself doing any more of those sorts of videos. Okay, I'm gonna do like a tiny bit of blush. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of blush. One of my favorite things to do, and I actually learned this from the show, is I've just taken a bit of lipstick on like a really dense brush, and I've been using what's left on this brush for like weeks now. See that? And I just kind of like blend it in right on the apples of my cheeks, nothing too much, super subtle. You see that? Like I love that. And kind of just like around everywhere else on the tip of the nose. And like this kind of like blends out, because it's obviously this is just a foundation brush. So it kind of like blends out your foundation at the same time. So it's like even more flawless, which we love. Okay, I'm gonna do some bronzer. This is the new bronzer that I have. This is from a brand called Fluff. It's, oh my god, I've got this oil all over it, but you can't even understand how gorgeous this is. Like it's my new favorite thing in the entire world. So it's this like metal thing, and then it like pops up like that. It's really fucking pretty. It's this really gorgeous, really matte bronzer. Super straightforward, not messing around, and I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna take kind of a big fluffy brush here, just lightly doing a little bit, blending that into the what's it called? Blush. I'm also going to put down all like the links to these products in the description, because some of this stuff is a little bit like obscure and not like big brands. I'll put all their like links down below. Okay, so super easy, nothing crazy. Now I also take the bronzer, big fluffy brush, straight on, and use that as like a crease. I just think that like this technique of using your bronzer as a shadow is absolutely perfect, because You don't even need to like worry about what colors work well. It's already gonna work well on your skin because you're using it as bronzer. So it's just like bronzing your eyes, you know? Perfection, darling. So really kind of just messy, just all over, like covering the entire lid. Kind of bringing it down the bottom. Again, nothing crazy. There you go, that's all you need. So now depending on where I'm going, I might add in a little bit of like shimmer bronzer. Just the tiniest bit, like on the same brush. Just kind of on the outer corners. Super, super easy. And like that's a bit of an eye. So straightforward. And again, bringing it down the bottom. Okay, another question. This one is, how did you grow on social media? Okay, another question. How did you grow on social media? I feel like I've been getting this question a lot lately because social media has kind of taken a turn and it's super, super difficult to gain a following at this point, if you haven't already, it seems. So how I grew myself on social media is I started a very long time ago. Back when it was very straightforward, like no algorithms, no one was trying to mess with you. It was just like if you upload a photo, cool. And if you had a certain amount of followers, cool. Now it's like you can have 100,000 followers and get no engagement at all. Back then, if you had 100,000 followers, you were good, you were fine. And so then it was a lot easier for the people that just see your page because you weren't trying to fight with other, you know, factors. It was just very straightforward. So that's kind of how I started, and I was very lucky that I made the decision to start earlier because now that I have a certain amount of followers, it is a lot easier for me to like, for it to keep growing. So that's kind of how I did it. But do not lose faith. I truly believe that if you have good content and like you're actually putting up quality stuff as opposed to just like generic, like what everyone else is doing, you will be able to like grow for sure. But because Instagram is like weird thing at the moment where people see certain content that works, everyone's just trying to replicate the same content to try and gain a following. But if you really like try and like stand out, then you'll stand out. That's what I think anyway. I truly believe that. Because Instagram can be so fucking boring and so like sterile. Like do something cool, do something interesting. And then like, shit, I'll follow you, hell yeah. Okay, so really quickly, another step on the eyes is I take this is the Marc Jacobs Omega Shadow in Dynamo. So it's this like dark gray charcoal color. I just take an angled brush and I use this to create like a smoky wing. So super subtle, see that? Just on the outer corners. That's all you need. And then I might like drag this tiny bit down the bottom. Alright, another question. Would you ever do a fan meet and greet? Ooh, yeah, I would love to. I'm just like very, I would just be very worried that no one would show up. And like, where do you do a meet and greet? Like, how do you even, I feel like that's very overwhelming and I feel like I don't quite have enough people who'd want to come just yet. Don't worry, it'll happen eventually. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. Okay, super quickly to finish with the eyes, I'm going to do a bit of mascara. This is the Eye of Horus Goddess mascara. Again, I'll put their Instagram and all their links down below. This mascara is incredible. It really is so good. Okay, while I do this, let's do another question. Another question, okay. How did you get involved with Marc Jacobs Beauty? So, I've been working with Marc Jacobs for like, oh, I don't know, it's like been like 2 years now, which is crazy. Maybe it hasn't. No, it's like been in like a year and a half, I think, actually. Yeah, year and a half. So it was like, I can't remember, end of 2016, I think. It was like December 2016. They put out a casting call on Instagram for like beauty ambassadors. And they basically just asked, yeah, anyone and everyone, like upload a minute-long video, explain to us why you'd work well with Marc Jacobs Beauty and like what's your style and what's your vibe and blah, 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 blah. And so I saw it and I thought, you know what, fuck it. And I remember they had milk on the video Like they did this like video with Milk, like, you know, announcing that they were doing this casting call, blah, 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 blah. And of course Milk was in full drag. And so I thought, oh cool, like if they're like into Milk, then they might be into like my kind of vibe. And so I did this casting, I did this video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link down below. It's on my Instagram. I did this video and there was like 7 different looks of me like in full drag, just like, it was like pretty crazy, like all these like crazy looks, and it was a lot of fun and I really, really liked it. So they picked 10 of us and they flew us all to New York to basically like kind of audition. So they got us all to do like really quick makeup tutorials, and then they showed that to Marc Jacobs, and then Marc Jacobs chose the 5 of us. So there's 5 of us now. I don't do a whole lot of stuff with them like over in the States anymore. Like I used to, we went over there quite a bit. We were shooting content with them. Now I just do a lot of stuff here, like just announcing new products and doing like tutorials with their stuff. But yeah, that has absolutely also been a crazy highlight of my makeup experience. Like I have not been doing this very long, and the amount of stuff that I've been able to do is like truly fucked up. Like it's ridiculous. So that's another one that I'm very grateful for. So that's how I got involved with Marc Jacobs Beauty, and I'm still with them, and I really enjoy what they do. And like as you can see, like 90% of all the products that I use are Marc Jacobs products at this point. Because they are such good products and I really love them. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so lastly for the eyes, I'm just gonna do my brows real quick. I just really lightly I've kind of got my brows to like a really good shape, so I don't really need a whole lot, which is very exciting. But I just kind of fill them in so they're not so sparse. And then I always like to just extend my tail a little bit. Because I like the dramatic tail. And I can't do my eyebrows very dark, unfortunately. Like I have very dark features, but I can't get away with dark eyebrows, which sucks. It looks really crazy on me. So I definitely use like a really light, this is just the Marc Jacobs Brow Wow in medium brown. It's like a very light taupey color. Very natural, nothing crazy. That's that. And then my fucking literal all-time favorite product. I can't even express to you how much I love this product. This is another Eye of Horus product. This is the Dynasty Dual Brow Perfect. So there is the brow pencil, which I use sometimes, but I usually just go with this. But what I really love is the brow gel at the end. This brow gel is like super glue for your eyebrows. It's ridiculous. They do not go anywhere. I'm actually running out and I'm super upset. So I just run this through, and I also like to make them like a little bit bushier. I kind of like pulling them up. Just run that on top, flatten out the tops, and that's it. That is all you need. Okay, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I've just done, like I just said, I've just done this show, and that airs in January, which is really exciting. I mean, that kind of stuff, you don't really know what's gonna happen from that. I'm really like truly planning on moving to the States, like very soon, I think. Moving to LA, because I just think that being in Melbourne, it's kind of, I've done my deeds and nothing else is really happening here, so I'll definitely be in America. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, my ideal is to like work in like with like editorial work and like fashion and all that kind of stuff. With makeup, I really am enjoying the makeup vibes at the moment. For a long time, I was like, makeup isn't really what I want to do. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't know. I've been convinced and I've been swayed into really loving it. So hopefully I'm still doing that. Okay, how do you stay motivated? Can you please give me some tips? No. I can't. I struggle so hard with staying motivated because like my job is entirely, I do it from home, and like everything I do, it has to be completely self-motivated. So I really struggle sometimes with maintaining excitement. But if I can give you any tip, it's to really truly just like go with the flow and don't force it. Like when I can feel myself like feeling really over it, not like just like blur. I like don't try and sit down and force myself to make a video because it's just never gonna work. I feel like it's much better just like take a few days, do something completely different, and then you'll start missing it, and then you'll come back and be like, oh yeah, like this is why I do it, and that's why I really like it, instead of trying to make something happen, because it's not gonna happen. like, trust me. Okay, so for lips, I really don't do a whole lot. Where's my stuff? Wait a minute, I forgot, sorry. I literally just take my Burt's Bees lip balm and I put that all over. My lips are kind of weird. If I put like a lip liner on or like a lipstick, I just generally start to look too like dressed up. Like it's not really the vibe. So I just get rid of all the foundation on my lips and then I just put some lip balm on just to like get the color back. And that is it, you guys. I might put on like a tiny bit of highlighter. I usually just take my highlighter brush and just use what's left on it. Okay, that is it. Alright, you guys, so that is literally my everyday makeup tutorial. I hope this was like somewhat interesting. I hope I answered some questions that you guys found interesting. This is a very simple video, but don't worry, I'll be back next week. I feel like I'm like slowly getting my zhuzh back. I just, like I said, I've been doing crazy hair and makeup for the past month. So I'm a little bit inspiration out. I'm out of inspiration. So I'm getting it back, I can feel it. But for today, this is it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. If you don't subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Hello. And again, please stick around because there will be a lot more information, a lot more like cool stuff coming out about the show. I'm gonna be talking a lot more about it. So you guys like don't forget about me because you cannot forget about me. But for now, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.